Alrighty, guys. So Palantir reported earnings and their stock is down. We're going to break that down in this video. And of course, we're going to go over the overall markets, other stocks that I'm looking at. So sit back, relax, take a sip of your coffee, guys, and let's dive into the video. And by the way, if you want some free money, you get 12 stocks from Webull with any amount deposited. And you could also get $10 plus up to 15 stocks from Moomoo with at least $100 deposited. All of those stocks could be valued up to $2,000. All of those links are down below. And with that being said, guys, let's get into it. So Palantir right now is down 11%, and they ended up doing EPS of 1 cent versus negative 2 cents. So right off the bat, they beat on EPS. They had a 1 cent profit, and it looks like here last quarter they ended up losing 1 cent. So they're pretty much right there, barely profitable, as revenue came in at $477.9 million versus the $470 million estimate. So they beat EPS and they beat on revenue. And of course, like a lot of companies, revenue growth has decelerated since, the past couple of years. Revenue growth for Palantir since last year was 22%. Yeah, revenue's up. In other words, 22% year over year. And if I zoom in a little bit again, you guys can see the price action here of the stock. Believe it or not, a lot of the selling did not come in the pre-market after the earnings came out. It came a couple hours after that, right at the bell, the opening bell at about 9:30 a.m. here. Right at that point, a couple minutes after, Palantir started tanking. It was at 777, roughly 780, and now it's at 708. It's actually about to break under potentially $7 a share again. It is down 11% from where it closed. So let's talk a little bit more about these numbers, guys. This is not looking good, even though the numbers weren't necessarily bad. That's the crazy part, right? If we look at U.S. commercial revenue, that was up 53% from a year ago, and guidance was actually not that bad. Q4 adjusted revenue, they see it around $508 to $510 million, which is actually above the $502 million estimate. So guidance for Q4 adjusted revenue, not that bad. And they reaffirmed their full year 22 revenue at about 1.9 roughly to 1.902, pretty much $1.9 billion there. And Q3 total contract revenue closed at roughly $1.3 billion. Customer count was up 60% year over year, not bad, and up 11% quarter over quarter. So maybe because revenue growth has slowed down tremendously, that could be a reason why, the growth has decelerated. But then again, wasn't that already priced in? I mean, look at Palantir stock, guys. This thing is down from $45, I think was the all-time high. Yeah, no joke, right on the dot, $45. That was hit in February of 2021, almost 2 years ago at this point, and now it's at $7. So wouldn't you think a lot of this, was priced in already? I feel like you would think that, but then again, it's a bear market we're in right now. The future does not look great, I guess, the near-term future. Of course, long-term, I'm an optimist personally. I think everything will work out and turn out great. Maybe not necessarily with Palantir, but the entire economy in general. But you got to realize right now in real time and in the next couple of months here, most likely, things are not getting any better overall in the macro. They're probably going to get worse, and that's kind of being, I guess, priced in here in Palantir. Then again, it is one of these growth stocks, that really is not favored in the type of market that we're in right now. That's just the reality of the matter, guys. Every single stock, it seems like, is being thrown out the window, even if earnings are good. Stocks are being thrown out the window, even if guidance is decent, which in this case, I'd say guidance for Palantir, they reaffirmed Q2, they reaffirmed for the full year this year, and they guided up a little bit for revenue for the next quarter. I would say that's not that bad, but again, any stock is getting thrown out of the window, and like I said, in this environment, especially growth stocks are getting thrown out of the window. They're not favored at all, and companies that are barely profitable either, which is what Palantir is here. So we can see it's right at $7 right now. Now it's down over 11%. It's actually getting worse as the video here, the course of this video, right, over the course of the video. And the low here from a couple months ago, if you take a look, was $6.40. That was about 6 months ago, so half a year ago, back in the middle of May. We hit about the mid sixes, right? So right now, clearly, we're dumping under the moving averages. That's not good. We already took the lows out from the beginning of September, end of September. That's not good. We're about to break $7. That's not good. So this, by all, but by all measures here, looks like it wants to go down to take that low out, or at least test a low from May. That's my take here on Palantir. What do you guys think? And I'm not one of these crazy Palantir bulls or bears. I'm kind of indifferent on the company. I don't own it, full disclosure, so I'm not going to go into a huge deep dive, fundamental dive in this video. But again, we just covered the charts a little bit and what these numbers look like, guidance. So what do you guys think? Do you own Palantir? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I'd love to know, as always. So how long are we in here? About 5 minutes? We got some time, guys. So let's look at some other stocks, the markets in general. Right now, honestly, it's been a pretty boring day so far. It's about 11 o'clock on the East Coast when I'm filming this video, and the markets are up for the most part, except for the Russell. The Russell is down a little bit, 0.05%, pretty much at break even. But other than that, we have the NASDAQ up 0.2%. S&P's up 0.3%, as the Dow is up the most today, 0.6%, 0.7%. The VIX is also up 1.1%, and silver is continuing its rally here. What do you want to call it? It had a great week last week. I'm sure you guys saw it. Silver's up 0.7% so far today. Gold is up about 0.3%. And silver looks like, I've said this before, I'll say it again, it looks like it wants to break out. I feel like silver is going to break out. Personally, that's my take, at about 21, 21.50, $22 an ounce. I think that's where it's going to start really taking off. So what do you guys think about that? And in terms of going back to these indexes, nothing really crazy, again, is going on right now. I'm still watching 380 on SPY. If that breaks, we're now at 377. If we do break 380 this week, maybe a little bit more upside here towards the top of the channel. And if Triple Q can somehow freaking break 265, I mean, we're right there right now. But if we could get some significant price action above 266 and especially 270, there could be some sort of, little relief rally on this, kind of as the markets are digesting earnings, big tech earnings, stuff like that. And we do have a bunch of companies this week, but a lot of the big names have already reported. But then again, we do have CPI data coming out in a couple days here, which could screw everything up. So be cautious of that. Be mindful of that and realize that, even though we have a little bit of a green day today, we're still under the moving averages on the 4-hour chart here on Triple Q, and I believe SPY is as well. Let me double check that though. SPY is under the 50 SMA, right? It still could it could still go either way. Let's just put it that way. So let's see some other stocks here. Snap and Meta are running like crazy today. Snap is up 7% as I'm making this video, and it's not reversing or anything crazy like that, but it has made a substantial move off the lows after they reported earnings. If you guys bought Snapchat, let's say at $7.50 or $8 even, now it's pushing $10. You would be up a ton. I mean, we're talking over 20%, well over 20% if you did buy after that crash, which I know a lot of you guys probably didn't. I didn't. I mean, who really did? If you did, let me know in the comments. But Snap is rebounding pretty aggressively. We're actually getting to a point of resistance here, 10.50. That's going to be a sticking point. Meta, of course, is another one here that we have to watch. It's up 6%. Last week, or when did they report? The week before that, they ended up crashing. You guys know that. The stock went from 135 to under 100. It got all the way to 88. Now it's at 96, trying to get back over 100, which I feel like if we do get a relief rally in the markets, Meta's probably going to take out this 50 SMA, $100, maybe start running to 105, 110. At that point, we're probably going to get some more selling pressure. So what else is moving? We have PayPal up today, 3.5%. Square's up. Adobe's up. Oil. Let's see what oil's up to. XLE's up, which is an energy ETF. That's about to break 93, 94, and mid-90s and higher, I feel like, is coming here on XLE. Personally, full disclosure, I own this ETF. What else? Crude oil. Where's that at right now? This is at roughly 93 a barrel. Look at that, up 1%. It's about to test the highs. I mean, it is right now testing the highs from the beginning of October. If we do break that point, watch out for a move, 98 towards 100 a barrel. Then if $100 a barrel, the infamous level, $100 a barrel breaks on oil, watch out. We could be getting a run. It's going to be interesting to see how this ends up playing out, guys, especially with oil XLE here moving forward over the next couple of weeks. What else did we have move today? 10 cents up a little bit. Chinese stocks not doing well. Let's see what's down, though. AMC's getting slaughtered right now. It's down 7%. GameStop, which I actually got a comment about GameStop yesterday. Let's take a look here. This is not looking great. Well, for the day at least, it's down 4.3%. But on the chart, the chart's not giving up yet. Look at that. We're still fighting here at a higher low technically on GameStop, but we're also making, you guessed it, lower highs. So we're kind of in a wedge on the 4-hour. We're either going to dump under, and right now this is a big spot for the bulls. We're either going to dump under 24, 25 bucks, which would not be good whatsoever, or we're going to end up taking out 26, 27, breaking 30 bucks, which is where my alert's at, and we could be getting another big breakout at that point on GameStop. But at this point, bears are taking over. Just in the past couple of days, GameStop is down a whopping $10 a share. I mean, you guys got to realize this was just in the mid-30s. It's down 27%. It's in a bear market in just the past couple of trading days, and we're not necessarily getting any buying pressure quite yet. We're not breaking these moving averages on the 5-day, 5-minute, which would be one of the first steps, first signs that I'd be looking for in a reversal, at least in the very short term on GameStop. So I have my alert at 30. I just put another one at 27. Let's see what this ends up doing. And do we have Activision report today, or are they tomorrow? Maybe they're today after the bell. Yeah, ATVI, guys, you got to watch it. This is down about 1%. They're reporting today after the bell. So, I mean, there's not much else. DWAC, oh my God, DWAC is up 30%. What in the world is going on with this thing? This is Trump's SPAC, by the way, guys. Why is this up 30%? Wall Street set to open higher ahead of U.S. midterm elections, yada, yada, yada. Donald Trump links social, blah, 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 blah. Soaring today. Maybe it's because of midterm. I mean, I don't know. I don't track this, guys. I got to be completely honest with you guys. But it's in my watch list, and there's just random days like today where it just goes up like crazy. At one point, I mean, there's got to be some piece of news here that I'm missing because at one point it was up 70%. So we'll see. And now it's starting to break back out again. If you pull up the intraday, you guys are going to see that. So what do you guys think? I mean, DWAC, are we holding this thing to the moon? And full disclosure, I don't own it, so I guess I can't really hold anything. But are we going to be trading this? What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you all found value in this video, hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. And if you didn't know, I have a second channel called Stas Talks Money. I'm making a Dave Ramsey video later today on that channel. It's uploading right now. So if you want to go watch that, make sure to subscribe down below to that channel. It's linked. And you could also get $10 plus 15 stocks from Moomoo and your 12 stocks from Webull down below, guys. I'll catch you later. Peace out.